Well, hello again on the 16th of February 23. I kept saying 16th of February and I was thinking, why is that date kind of flash in my mind? And then I remembered 16th of February was one of my partner's birthdays. And I remember when I was in Hong Kong, oh, I can't believe it, but it's 31 years ago. I was leaving, well, I would have actually arrived in Bangkok in Thailand today, 31 years ago exactly. But before I had left Hong Kong, I'd gone to the post office with 19 fabulous red roses and got them boxed up and sent by aircraft to my girlfriend. I won't give her name. She was 19. There was 19 roses. I was 28 at the time. She was 19. And these roses were flown halfway around the world to make sure that she got them for her birthday on the 16th of February. And then I went to Bangkok, and I think I've uttered the story before. And my very first day in Bangkok, and the guru who sat on the sidewalk, to call it on the American way, but on the pavement. And I'll just quickly tell you, he says, "Sit down, my friend, sit down." So I did. And the very first thing he said to me was, "You've got snake eyes." I thought, snake eyes? And but I didn't actually say that. I said, "Hmm?" And he says, "Yes, snake eyes. You're here for a very good purpose on this earth." So I took that on board in a positive way. But then he told me that he was going to tell me my mother's name, how many sisters I had, my present girlfriend's name, and my age. I thought, well, if you can do that, fabulous. And as I said before, I'm sure I did at least, just to reiterate, he continued to write down the in the same order as I was writing them down. We both had a little bit of paper and pencil. And he said, one by one, he says, your mother's name, I wrote it down, he wrote it down. And anyway, went through the list. And I couldn't believe it. When we passed over the separate pieces of paper to each other and opened them, he said, well, before opening, he kissed for God. That's what he said, kiss for God. So we both did this, opened up the folded paper, and to my astonishment, he had my mother's name, how many sisters I had, my girlfriend's name spelt incorrectly at the end, but that was not a problem because it could understand the pronunciation against it. And he also had my age perfect. I couldn't believe it. And he then continued to tell me that as of this day, she would no longer be my girlfriend. I says, what do you mean? She is no more. I says, what? She's no longer your girlfriend. And when I returned to the UK, about a month later, more than a month later, this actually became a reality. So I said to her, because I bought her a couple of dresses when I was in Hong Kong, fabulous dresses actually, that I said, you may as well have them. It's fucking no use to me. And she took them. But I said, just tell me one thing. When did you meet this other chap? And she says, I met him on my birthday. I said, after me sending you roses, you met out some other chap and you She says, that's just the way it happened. So well, it was quite sad, but as I said previously, I've had lots of experiences of breakups and stuff, some worse than others, some particularly bad and some not so bad. But I was just thinking there about the 16th of February. I don't feel sad about it. It's such a long time ago, it doesn't really matter. But I suppose in a way when you go through certain emotional cycles like I've done recently, these sort of things kind of crop up in the back of your mind. You think they're buried forever, but they're not. And they're probably hidden well away in the subconscious. So, but as I say, I'm not sad about it. It doesn't really matter. In fact, we didn't really it didn't really upset either of us eventually, because I met someone else very soon after, and so it wasn't such a deal. But what else are we going to talk about? Yes, I was out at the back door there having a cigarette, and I was talking about getting rid of my cleaner. So it means I'm going to have to empty my own ashtrays from now on into the recycle bins. But while I was standing there, I was thinking, this is a Thursday, isn't it? It is. Well, wasn't it just, what are we, 23? I've lost 2 years because of this fucking lockdown nonsense. It's done my head. Done my head because I met up and down, and then I couldn't get to see her again. It really spanned a whole year, or more than a year, before I caught up with her again. It was her business. But I'm not thinking about how am I. What I was going to say was that, do you remember that time during the lockdown, yeah? The first lockdown from March 2020, wasn't it? And Thursday evenings at 8 o'clock, everybody was instructed to go to the doorstep and clap like seals for the nurses. I thought, I'm not getting involved in that. I mean, I know the nurses do a fantastic job, that's not the question. They do an absolutely brilliant job in my mind. But I wasn't going to be standing on the doorstep clapping, as I say, like a seal. Because I felt like this is some sort of arrangement you would probably get in the likes of North Korea or something, you know? You know, the head of the state says, this is what you must do at this time, so you better do it. So this was, I was quite appalled when I looked out and I saw so many people standing on the doorstep rattling, you know, pots and pans and clapping, gathering in groups. The whole idea of the lockdown was not to be in each other's company. They're all standing, you know, 1 meter apart, not 2 meters apart, all standing, banging and clapping and stuff like that. And I thought, how ridiculous. So I was thinking about it, and I wondered tonight at 8 o'clock if I perhaps went onto the front porch of my property and started banging a pot together, you know, the clanging of the pot lids together, something like that. Or even just something simple like clapping my hands, dead on 8 o'clock, a round of applause. And if anyone's passing, that boy's off his fucking head. Mother, you know that chap that lives down there? Yes. I saw him at 8 o'clock tonight. He was standing on his doorstep, clapping away like an old seal. Really? Yes. Isn't that really silly doing that? Well, of course it is. Well, and I might go out to the back door of my property and do likewise. And perhaps the neighbours will glance over and say, what on earth is she doing? What is she standing there applauding? Is there something we're missing down there? It's a little string quartet or something playing in the garden or something. It's absolutely ridiculous, that chap standing clapping in the back doorstep. It's 8:10 in the evening. What's he doing?